Thanks for having me. I look forward to sharing about how to build your media empire. And why am I doing this? Because I'm a media broadcaster, 36 years of broadcast, radio, TV, podcasting, streaming content. My passion is to help you shine on camera and shine on stage. And today, more than anything else, you get to actually build a media empire. You actually get to draw people to you. Did you know that that's actually possible? That you have the ability, the skills, the tools, the resources like never ever before. If I would have had these tools today, when I first started in broadcasting, my media empire would be much larger than it already is. You have an opportunity for your business, for your brand, for your books, for your services to build a media empire that attracts more people. I want to take you back to my childhood. When I was growing up, one of my favorite shows was Sunday night, was A Wonderful World of Disney. My family would gather together with popcorn and we would sit and we would watch The Wonderful World of Disney. But more than anything else, when I look back onto it, the real fun was watching Walt Disney himself step out on stage in his virtual office, in his studio office. Walt would step out and begin to tell you about the new exciting plans and the build out of Disney. Whether it was a new animated film, whether it was the park itself, whether it was some new adventure, Walt was always videocasting and sharing on Sunday night through the camera lens about the next greatest thing of Disney. But also, you know about that, you know about Mickey, and everything about Disney was always about the mouse. He made it very clear in his leadership and with his branding and marketing. Disney was as much about Walt Disney, the creator, as it was about the mouse, Mickey Mouse. The two were interchangeable. There was Mickey and Walt, Walt and Mickey. That's how he built the media empire that we now enjoy as Walt Disney World, Walt Disneyland, Walt Disney Euro, wherever you go to the parks, wherever you go to the movies. We can build that same brand authority. We can do very much what Walt Disney did. But you need to make a mental change with me. Make a mental change that you are now the brand. More than anything else, you are the brand, not your book, not your Twitter account, not your Facebook account. We use social media to push out content and push out content. But the reality is, your content should be pushing back to you. You are the brand. You are the expert that wrote that amazing book. You are the expert that has that 7-part module that people can study and learn. You are the expert that knows about Ferrari cars and engines like nobody else, and you service those people. You are the expert. So you need to shine and display and market yourself as that media expert that people come to you. The power of media is there for you now more than ever. So how do you build this media empire? How do you stand out for the crowd as that go-to expert and shine? To build the media empire, you got to think about channels now. You got to think exactly like a broadcast network. As I mentioned, you have your Twitter, your Facebook, your TikTok. But are they independent, floating out there in the social media cyberspace just by themselves? Think about TV Works, NBC, the Peacock. NBC has been the Peacock. It's branded itself for decades now. Now there's actually a sub-channel called the Peacock. There's NBC Plus. There's NBC Sports, a channel all by itself now. And they have NBC itself, and they have all these little baby NBCs, but at the end is always NBC. And they even brought back the little chime with the peacock and the colorized peacock. Everything is about NBC. When you build your media empire, use your Twitter, but it's not Twitter. It's just one of your channels. Brand it, market it, label it, make the banner the same as you do on Facebook. Make the banner the same as you do on TikTok. And brand your universe just like NBC is doing with their logo and branding. And everyone will know that's you, that's you, that's you. And when they keep seeing you as an empire, not just a one-stop shop, not a guy or a gal or a company that has a Facebook account, you have a page for your company on Facebook that highlights you, it will grow and grow. Your YouTube channel is one of the media empire tools you want to use. You want to leverage video more than ever before. You have the power to do TV like I'm doing right now. Don't think about this being YouTube. Think about being your own TV network. Call your YouTube channel Blank TV or the Blank TV channel. Name it as if you are building a media empire, and people will see it as a media empire, and you will grow. I do a lot of lives. I love doing live TV. I've been in live radio broadcasting all my entire career. 20 times per month, I do a show called 2 p.m. with the Trigger. It's a short 10-minute nugget show, streams on multiple channels, 5 channels, 20 times per month. Do the math. 4 times per month, I do a show called How to Rock the Stage. That's also streaming out on 5 channels. 3 times a month, I am doing a show called Behind the Stage, or something with the National Speakers Association, one of my great relationships in the public speaking and media world. I am media centric to everything I do. I am using TV and media content to draw people know, here is the Trigger. He's a media expert, and we can see him and listen to him and learn from him, just like Walt Disney did. I am streaming live content at least 27 times a month on multiple channels. I have a media network. Do you? Now, as you build a media empire, you need to learn about brand stories. You have a story. You have a story that is central to you, your services, the things you do, create the book you wrote. What is that brand story? What is it that made you who you are, that brought the genius out that people want to know about more than ever before? People don't just want to buy a product. They want to know, like, and trust you. They need to know your backstory. They need to know who you are more than ever before, because it's going to break through all the noise of shopping and buying and evaluating. Part of my backstory is I have a stutter. Right now, I still live with my stutter. My stutter limited my speaking, my desire to be a public broadcaster, my desire to be an interviewer. I had to find a way around that. It's part of my story. Every year, I do a thing called National Stutter Awareness Week. I interview other people that stutter. It's part of my brand. I'm not hiding it. I'm sharing the fact that I've conquered it, that I've made a career as a stutterer, as a broadcaster, highly successful, and that brand story creates a curiosity that people want to know about. What is curious and special and unique about you and your story? Don't hide it. Don't put it off the side. Make it part of your brand. If there's a special way to celebrate it on an annual basis, celebrate it. Use your media to leverage those things like that. If you're going to build your media empire, you have to get good at interviews. I've done thousands of interviews in my career, thousands of interviews, from athletes to entertainers, to authors, to amazing experts and leaders. But one of the things you need to learn is how to be a good interview guest. Learn how to shine when other people are asking you the questions. When you do this, other people are going to gain information for you. That's great. Other people are going to learn about your brand story. That's wonderful. But you can also leverage these interviews for your own benefit, for your own media empire. One way is to do that is to learn how to storytell and give good, great sound bites. We live in the day of shorts, sound bites. We've been living this way for years in the media. We would listen to a sound bite in a news interview, and we would grab that sound bite and it would be on the nightly news. Learn to do the very same things. As you tell your brand story, one trick to do during interviews is to repeat the question back that the host asked you. So we've heard you had a stutter. Yes, let me tell you about my stutter. My stutter has been with me, and then I have a really good sound bite. When I repeat the question given to me by the host, my editing team has a good point to begin my soundbite. Forget about the host. I don't need his voice. I'm the expert. You're the expert. You take that soundbite, when you repeat it, it signals here's the beginning. And you roll through, you give your answer in 30, maybe 60 seconds at the most, and you grab that soundbite. You put it on social media. You share it out. You make a picture with your soundbite in it. You use the video, you use the audio only. Now you start evolutionary redesigning, repackaging, repurposing the one soundbite. And the next interview with a different person, repeat, repeat, repeat. You may get tired of doing sound bites in interviews, but interviews are one of the most powerful ways to expand your reach, get heard by other people on other platforms. Why do you think the Tonight Show has been around forever? besides being a fun show, amazing hosts, people want to share their message on a platform that people are listening to. And they know the interview. They know what they're going to get into. They know the topic of the night, and they know how to grab the attention and get people to listen. Sound bites are amazing. The other thing when you do interviews is when it comes down to the end of the interview, I see this all the time. One way to destroy an interview is to talk over your host at the very end of the interview. The interview host is ready to wrap it up. They're going to show your social media. They're going to tell you how to best order your book. They're going to talk about the next program you coming up, and they will shine on you. At the end, simply turn and say, thanks for having me. This has been great. And smile. Don't say another word. That smile will pave the way because other people will watch and see you. They will listen to you, and they will know this is a professional. They understand the power of media. They know when to speak with clarity, with force, and they know how to be quiet and simply smile. You will get more calls. You will get more opportunities because you know how to leverage interviews. Finally, let me highlight one other area you need to really conquer if you're going to build your media empire. You need to learn how to repurpose and replay the media content that you create. Back in the late 60s, I Love Loosely was a successful show, but it wasn't the highly, highly successful show that we've heard about until Lucy and Desi Arnaz decided to replay an old episode. It was a mind-blowing idea. No one had ever done it before. They thought, wow, we have all these shows. They were filming and filming. It was all on film. What if we replayed one and got people caught up in the old story? Let them know about the early days. It caught on fire. People loved it. The idea of seeing the show that they missed had never been done before. In the late 80s, people found lost episodes of the TV show Bonanza had never been seen before. Bonanza wasn't rerun, being successful, but they found old shows it got people all excited all again. MASH lived in syndication and reruns and grew and grew. Star Trek was a 3-year show, canceled early. And now it's going to celebrate over 60 years very soon. And it's had multiple shows. And the original show is still in rerun, capturing the imagination of people. We often post, we often share, we also put out great information, but we do it one time. Somehow we think everyone saw it, everyone got it, everyone's heard about it, when in fact, we need to replay and repay. Scientific research shows that most of us need to learn now at least 12 times, hear it at least 12 times before it sticks in our mind and act on something. You have great content. You have great content that hasn't been used for years and years. Going back to Walt Disney. Walt Disney had the vault. They would have a great film and put it in the vault. Didn't see it for a decade. When it came out of the vault, people got all excited. Disney made a big splash about pulling out something old and great. You have content like that. Learn how to replay and repurpose and repost. Wrap it up in a new package. Put a new cover on it. Add a teaser reel to it. And take your old media and package it brighter and brighter. Walt Disney was a genius of what he created. Other people have done the same thing, but now more than ever, we have the ability with the power of Zoom. We have the power of Restream, the power of TikTok and YouTube. There are so many ways that you can leverage media now to build a media empire. And again, you have all these satellite stations. You have your own Sirius XM type of label out there that you can now brand and pull people, not to your books, not to the stuff that you sell. You can pull it to you as the genius, the brand, the voice, the face, the author and the creator of everything you do. If you want to learn more about how you can build that media empire, I'd love to talk to you. Simply contact me, rich@richbontrager.net, or go to rockstagemedia.com. We specialize in helping you learn these different skills to help you build your media empire. Why? I'm passionate about helping you shine on camera, shine on stage, elevate you and your brand authority. Thanks for having me today, and best of luck building your brand empire.